Hi everyone, this is Debbie Henderson from Debbie's Designs. Welcome to my weekly Tea Time and a Card. I'm just trying to find you on Facebook on my iPad. And make sure my volume works. There we go. Here we are. So welcome. I can see you guys starting to come on. I think I missed last week because of Thanksgiving. That's what it was. Okay, I want to make sure. There you guys are. I can see a couple of you guys. There's such a lag time sometimes when my video goes live, and I know sometimes a lot of you guys have a hard time finding me. So I am using some new products tonight for a new card fold that I just saw a picture of and I figured it out. I'm usually not one that needs instructions or measurements when I do cards. So this was just a picture I found and I recreated it. Stippled Roses is a new stamp set. It comes with the dies. You can see all the pretty dies. You get some flowers with detail. You got some of the leaves. I've gone ahead and pre-cut some of these. But what's great about this stamp set, we have Sale-A-Braton that will be starting in January. I think it's January 4th or 5th. I can't remember the date. But there's going to be some coordinating designer paper called Soffly Stippled. And I wanted to show you guys the patterns because they're so pretty. I'm going to try to go slow so my camera can keep up. But look at the pretty soft colors. I'm going to show you the first 6 sides. And if you stay with me to the end of my video, I'm going to show you the other designer papers that you can earn for free. So this will be a package you're earning for free. I'm using this pattern tonight on my card. Okay, now let me flip them over. This one has like a knit to it. So these are more just a one color with patterns like a fabric. Okay, so those are the Soffly Stippled Sale-A-Braton Earn for Free designer paper. So I have more products I can show you. I'll show you, like I said, after I'm done my card. So this is the card I'm going to be showing you using that paper and then the images and the dies that I just showed you. Now this it's really an easy card. It looks complicated. I have a lot of layers on the front. And then it opens up this way. So there's 3 sections. And I did add the piece on the back for this, if you want to handwrite a note or add another sentiment. But that's what I'm creating. And then on each side, these are 2 pockets. And look, there's 2 little tags that can be used as bookmarks that go on the inside. So I'm going to leave that right there. Let me bring in what I'm using. Another new product is the rainbow adhesive back dots. Look at the pretty colors. It looks like candy. I'm also using perennial postage. What did I do with the stamps? I'm doing a Mother's Day card and there was a Mother's Day sentiment here, but there was really nothing else that went with it. So I opted to use the perennial postage. And I'm using the Happy Mother's Day. I wanted to keep the sentiment font the same. And then you mean the world to me. I'm lucky that I still have my mom, so I love creating Mother's Day cards. I'm going to throw in the copper and natural ribbon combo pack. I'm going to use this one only, not the bigger, thicker one. The modern oval punch. And for inks, Pebble Path, Wild Wheat, and Calypso Coral. Now I would have not maybe have thought to use these colors, but I went with what's in the designer paper, and if you look at the 3 of these together, they're pretty. And let's see what else I've got. The tailor-made tags, and I've already gone ahead and cut some of these ahead. So you need 2 tags in Calypso Coral, and it's the number 2 tag, so I cut 2 of those. I went ahead and cut with the dies 2 of these, 1 with Pebbled Path, and then 1 with the Wild Wheat. Oh, actually 2 with the Wild Wheat. So a lot of die cuts. I am going to stamp some of the stuff ahead with you guys, but I did the 2 flowers that go on the tag ahead of time. And that's just Pebbled Path on basic white. So those are all my die cuts. This is just a scrap piece of wild wheat for stamping. Now, lots of layers. Let me dig my ruler out. So basic white, we need 4 pieces. These are 4 by 2.5. So 4 basic white. I'm gonna run out of room. Designer paper, we need 3, 5.25 by 4. Now 3 is because you need 1 on the front, 1 on the back side of the front, and 1, so 2 pieces on the inside and 1 on the front. Wild wheat, 5.5 by 4.25, 2 pieces. Basic white, 5.25 by 4. And then for the inside piece, this is Pebbled Path, 11 by 4.25. Now I've also gone ahead and done the pattern for the angle cut that you see here. And for those of you on Facebook, I will snap a photo of it and put it on in the comments for the video. But it's really easy. Just 3 11/16. So that's always a weird fraction, only because of the angle, by 2.5 wide. And then you measure up 1 7/8 and then cut diagonally. And that's the pattern that you use. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is work on the front. Make sure I get all my pieces. So let's move all of this aside. It looks like a lot, and it is. But once you start gluing everything, it comes together pretty quickly. So we're going to add one of the designer papers on both sides of this piece. So I'm going to flip this over. I'm just going to make sure I'm looking at the leaves, the direction of the leaves, so that they're not upside down. Okay, so there's the 2-sided designer paper on this one. So again, front and back. And then on the second piece, we're going to add 1 designer paper. And I just want to peek at my white. I can't remember if I stamped off. I did go off the edge a little bit, so let's do that one. So Pebbled Path ink, wild wheat, and I'm going to go ahead and use the flower image. And I'm just going to put 2 of them, just reverse them next to each other. And then I'm going to bring in the large leaf. And I'm just going to go off. Put 1 right in the middle. And then you can add whatever sentiment you want on that. I'm just going to leave it blank for now, because this card will go to my mom, and then I will pick a name tomorrow for someone from Facebook to win the one I'm making right now. Okay, so those are your 2 pieces, both covered on each side. So let's go ahead and put that aside. I'm going to move my inks just for now. Now we're going to work on this center piece. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my scoring tool. So this is 11 inches long. I didn't need to cut on the length. The easiest way to do this is to go 5.5 right in the center. And then in the center again at 2 3/4. Now I'm just going to flip it over and do 2 3/4 again. So these are all evenly spaced. Now I'm going to go ahead and measure. So this is 2 inches. Let me grab a pencil if I can find one. I'm going to have to grab a colored pencil. I'm going to go 2 inches. Make a little mark on each end. This is going to be your pocket. And then we're going to cut that at an angle from that mark to that first score line. Okay, there's number 1. And just remember to go from the score line down so that it's going to be shaped the same way on both ends. Okay, there's my shape. Now I'm going to go ahead and fold that. I'm going to fold it in half first. So this way, and then we're going to go the opposite way on the two flaps on the end. Now I'm going to go ahead and glue this in place. Because we're creating pockets, we have to leave the top open. So I'm going to go ahead and add tear and tape very close to the edge. And we're going to do that on both sides. So I'm going to flip this over and do the same thing. If you don't have tear and tape, you can use any other adhesive. Oh, I have a project to show you before I show you some more Sale-A-Braton products too. Somebody special from our group sent me it was my birthday yesterday, and somebody sent me a gift. I kind of know what it is, but I didn't open it yet because I wanted to open it with you guys. Okay, this one is going to go over to the right. This one is on the left. What we need to do, I only removed on one side. I'm going to center this. And now I'm going to remove these ones, and we're going to position the other one right on top. You have to make sure that it's really lined up perfectly. So we want the designer paper end down. So what I did is I lined up my two corners right here at the top. And then I just slowly press down. So there's my card. See how easy that was? Very easy. Okay, I'm going to set this aside so we can work on the stamping. I wanted to use all three colors. So first I'm going to add the sentiment. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I got to use my pattern. I forgot. And I can actually go ahead and cut two at the same time. That's where my pattern's going to come in. I'm just going to use my paper snips. Okay, now let's do the stamping. We're going to flip this one over. And let me go ahead and do the sentiment. Then we're going to add some flowers. I'm just going to go around the sentiment. Okay, there's the first one. This one is flowers only. I really, really like the detail of these flowers. I'll bring it close so you guys can see. Look how pretty that is. And wait till I do the big one. Okay, that's those two. Now I'm going to do the two larger ones. Now it's always easier to ink a large stamp image facing up. And then what I do is I just pounce on it. It's a lot less messier. You don't get ink all over your fingers trying to figure out where to add your ink. Again, look at the detail on this flower. It's pretty just like that. You could color it in if you wanted to. And I'm going to clean that right now because I need it for the front of the card. And then the last one is the large leaf image with wild wheat. And we're just going to center that. Okay, so now we can start gluing these. I say we like you guys are right here with me stamping. I know. Just a habit. Okay. Here's section 1. Section 2. And then I'll do the tags last. Here's the third one. One more. the tags will not take me very long because I have everything all pre-cut. Okay, so look how easy that was. Okay, and that folds just like that. Very simple. Now let's go ahead and do the front. I am going to have to cut the large flower. Again, it's the large stamps with wild wheat. I'm going to ink the image face up. And I'm going to bring my machine in to cut that out. Now, let me get my dies. So this is the large die. Let's see if I can do this without dropping a cutting plate. I always seem to drop a cutting plate when I'm doing this live. Okay, I'm going to glue that down. And there's my big flower. And we're going to glue that down with dimensionals. Of course, I need to use dimensionals. Very rarely do I make a card that does not have height on it. Because you know what? When this goes through the mail system, it flattens out. Okay, there's my big flower. I'm kind of gluing it at an angle. Now I'm going to add some of these die cuts. So let's see. We've got... I did the opposite. That's okay. Because you guys will get to see both. Let me put the gray leaf first. I'm just going to tuck that in and leave one of the leaves hanging on top of the flower. So you can see I used this die cut. I'm using a different one this time. I did not do that on purpose. I didn't realize I used a different one. Okay, I'm going to tuck this in as well. And then one at the top. I like to leave some of the leaves hanging on top like that sometimes. Okay, now let's do the sentiment. I need a piece of basic white. And the sentiment is the Happy Mother's Day with Pebbled Path. And I didn't want the leaf that I added to be too overpowering. So what I did is I inked first with wild wheat, did it on scrap, and then did it over the sentiment so it's lighter. And then my punch is somewhere right here. We're going to cut that out. And I did use a trimmer to flatten out the end. Let me bring the card back in so you guys can see. I did flatten that out on the left side. And I'm using the line from the trimmer right here. Let's see, I'm going to go about right there. And what I did, because I wanted this to lay as flat as possible, I just added mini dimensionals on each corner because you're going to have the height of the flower that's going to be in the way. So just adding it in the corner and then adding the liquid glue for the rest of it. And that's going to go right here. And then we're going to have the bling. I'll use the same color. I'm trying to think of the candy that this reminds me of because my granddaughter loves it's those sheets of candies you just peel out and eat, peel off, I mean. That's what this reminds me of because the colors are just so pretty. Okay, so there's the front. Now we're going to finish up the tags. Very easy. And what I did to make them a little different, I added a flower at the top and then a flower at the bottom. Now I need to punch these little buggers out. Sometimes they don't come out by themselves. You're just going to give them a little push. Okay, so we're going to use this one first. I'm going to put that at the bottom. This one's going to go at the top. I left them flat because you want to be able to tuck them into the pocket. We've got this one. So if you have somebody that loves to read, this would be a cute gift with the little bookmarks. They could even share one since there's 2 of them. Okay, now let's see. We got the ribbon. And all I did on the ribbon, this ribbon is a little stiff. I just kind of cut 2 pieces, fold it in half, stick it in the hole, and then what you do is you open up the loop and you run that through the loop and then just pull. And then I just trim the ends. You don't want them too long because they kind of stick out of the card if you have them too long. So just cut those at an angle. There's one. So again, we're going to fold this in half. Scrunch up the end so it fits in the hole. Make a loop. And then run the 2 tails through the loop. I'm very careful because it's so stiff. I'm afraid to break the hole, to rip the hole. Okay, we're going to trim these tails. I'm going to leave these 2 out just like that. I'm going to tuck these in. And that is my card for today. And let me bring out, I'm going to bring the stamp sets back so you'll know which ones when the stamping, the Sale-A-Braton and the new mini catalog come out. These are the 2 stamp sets that I used. There you go, guys. Thanks for joining me again tonight. I will be back next week with a new card. And I hope you'll give this a try. Very simple and it's easy to close. It's like just, what do you call that? I can't remember. Accordion style. Have a good night, everyone. I will see you next week. Bye-bye. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not leaving. I'm supposed to show you some new products. I totally forgot. So first of all, let me move this. So Lori Perez is a demonstrator friend of mine. She sent me, and she's also a November baby. She sent me this in the mail. And it's a desk calendar. I haven't opened it yet because I thought it'd be great to open it with you guys. So I want to read what it says. May you live your leap year age this year, which will be 18 for me. I'm good with that. Life is an experience to cherish and share. My Christmas wish is that you savor every day to its fullest. Merry Christmas, Lori. Let's open that up. So these are all, it's calendar pages. So there's January. February. I'm going to see how many I can fit here. March. Look at the cute bunny. April. And I'll measure this for you guys in case you want to do something like this. May. June. July and August. Okay, and I'm going to put that over here so I can do the other ones. September. October. November and December. Look how cute these are. So I would imagine that you get one of those acrylic holders to put these in. And they're all pre-printed, but let me get you the size by my ruler. So these measure 5 3/8 by 4 3/4. And then you just decorate the front as you like. Isn't that pretty? So thanks so much, Lori. I love this. I just love this. I'm going to put it right on my desk where my laptop is for my business. Okay, Now I'm going to show you some more designer paper that you guys can earn during Sale-A-Braton that starts in January. I do have some new dies that I also bought. This is called the mini alphabet die. What I love about it, they're all on one die. And then you have your symbols. So what you can do is just use like a 1-inch piece of cardstock and just cut what you need. But you know how hard it is to have a little letter just sitting on your machine? Sometimes they just keep moving. I think this is great. And you just cut whatever letter that you need, that you want to use. Or you can cut them all. Another set of dies, perennial postage. There's 12 dies. Look at all the sizes. I haven't used that yet. And for stamp sets, trusty tools. And what's great about this, it's like the Stippled one that I just used tonight. You have the stamp set you can purchase through the mini catalog. And then we have coordinating paper. Let me dig it out. Called Trusty Toolbox. Now this is paper you can earn for free. And let me go ahead and show you the patterns. Of course, they're all tool related. This one is like a toolbox. You know the toolbox with the drawers? Bring this one closer. This one has little hammers in a cross or an X. These are screwdrivers. Another one with tools. And the dies fit to cut this out. Oh, I didn't show you the dies. So there's a lot of dies. There's 20 dies on there. I've used this one already. I'm getting ready to do a swap. Look at all the pieces. Drills and hammers and wrenches and paintbrushes. A little bit of everything. Let me flip these over. Nuts and bolts. Washers and whatever the thing is on the end of a bolt. I can't think of the word. The nut, yeah. Okay, that's that paper. I know you're gonna love this one. It's so pretty. I'm gonna wait to show you the other stamp sets. This one is called Flight and Airy. Another free designer paper you can earn during Sale-A-Braton. Of course, they're all birds. But such pretty colors. Look at that one. They almost, like this one resembles watercolor. It's just so soft and subtle. I haven't even looked at the other side. I just dug these out right before my video. I haven't even looked at the other side yet. Ooh, look at that one. Now this one is leaves, but it's got little tiny birds in there too. And then this one. Okay. I've got one more designer paper pack to show you now. This one is from the mini catalog, and it goes with Painted Lavender, which is a stamp set, and dies. And then you have the coordinating paper. I just love the purples. This one has little butterflies in it. More butterflies. Okay, now let me flip. Bring this one close so you can see the detail. Now I got to pre-order because I attended a Stamping Up event, but we also get to pre-order again as demonstrators next week. This is Planted Paradise. Standalone. There's no dies or anything with this one. I don't think anyway. Watercolor Melon. Now a reminder for those of you guys on Facebook. I have an extra one of these, and On December 1st, there's going to be an activity that if you guys participate in, I'm going to draw a name so somebody will win one of these. The Be My Valentine, you guys have already seen because we've been using it for a while. We were able to order that during another event, and it came with the designer paper and embellishments and ribbon. And the last one is the hot air balloon with the dies. Look at the little heart shapes. And then I have a few embellishments. These are cork, adhesive back, cork round. So this would go well with the tool set that I showed you. 2 sizes. I know it makes a difference. I'm going to keep that one for last. It makes a difference to see it in person. This is Purple Fine Shimmer Gems, which coordinates with the lavender set I just showed you. So there's 2 colors. You know what? That's not showing up well on the camera. Let me go ahead and open that. Maybe. There we go. Okay, let's try this again. There's actually 3 colors because there's a lighter lavender color at the top. Look how pretty. These were the ones that go with the B set. You've already seen these. These are called Adhesive Back Hearts and Flowers. And the last one, I kept the best for last because you know how I love butterflies. These are paper butterfly accents. They're all pre-cut and they just pop out. Lots and lots of butterflies. There's actually 40. I got 2 packages. There's 40 in each package. Okay, I think I got everything. I think I showed you everything. So if you have any questions on any of the new products, let me know. And if you can't wait until January, join as a demonstrator and you get to order with us next week. You'll get to pre-order. So just send me any questions. So I'm saying goodbye for a second time. Have a good night and I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.